Alrighty guys, so welcome to another tutorial here on Xskode Media. Now today what we're going to do is we're going to pick up from where we left off, and that is creating an enemy's AI system. Now I was looking on YouTube trying to figure out the best way of doing this, because when it comes to AIs it is actually very vast, and especially in RPGs there's a high chance that none of your enemies will actually share the same exact AI system. So what I'm going to do today is actually teach y'all not short ways, but like medium ways of actually building an AI system. I mean, let's think about it. Let's say the government came to you and was like, if you don't go to Chick-fil-A every time at lunch, we're going to take all your money. But here's the catch. You have to get there within 30 minutes every day at 12. So, okay, you're like, all right, and you accept the deal. I don't know why, but let's just say you accept the deal and you're like, that's cool, no problem, because from my house, I just gotta simply make a left and go straight, and it's right there on the right, and it's like 10 minutes away. But let's say that one day your friend decided to come over and y'all went to GameStop, which is like 30 minutes away from Chick-fil-A. And then y'all look at the clock and you're like, oh crap, dang it, we gotta get to Chick-fil-A, right? And so let's say you grab the keys and you're about to get in the car and you're like, wait, dang it, I don't know how to get there from here. I mean, I only know left and straight. So the next thing you know, all your money is taken, right? Well, no, not yet, because at least your friend, he decided to actually learn more roads, more directions that can be taken. He decided to learn the bigger areas and stuff like that, and through that, he was able to create a shortcut that would get y'all there within 30 minutes. So then y'all both keep y'all money, because apparently he accepted the same deal too. So what I'm pretty much saying is, what I'm gonna do is teach y'all ways and paths and all this other stuff, and through that y'all will be able to create shortcuts and get to the same result by spending less development time. So moral of the lesson is, don't necessarily learn shortcuts or short ways, instead create them. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and dive on in. Alright, let's open up our last project we did, and we're going to go ahead and create an enemy real quick. Object enemy. And I guess we can create a sprite too, and just call it sprite enemy 1. Got 32. We'll go ahead and make this one aqua. Let's copy it and paste, and we'll make another one green. Sweet. Yeah, check that. Go ahead and center that. And then let's assign the sprite to the enemy. Alright. Let's create a create event, and let's drag this in here. Now in here is where we're pretty much going to create, hold on, let me enlarge the fonts real quick, if I can remember how to do that. Awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to be creating variables here. Alright, there's a few things that we're going to need to do. First, we're going to do this, oh my bad. Let's go ahead and set the image speed to 0. So it's a 0. Let's think. Our AI system is pretty much going to have different attacks at different levels, okay, and it's going to have different attack ranges. So if you're close to the enemy, he might do a normal attack. If you're like mid distance away from the enemy, he'll do like, he might rush you or something like that. And then on top of that, we're going to have an escape range, which is what the player needs, the amount of distance the player needs to create from the enemy in order to get the enemy to quit trying to attack. okay? But we're gonna make more of a dynamic escape range. So it's not just gonna be a straight up distance, it's gonna actually be controlled. One enemy might have a square distance of escape range, one enemy might just have a line of escape range, one enemy might have a radius, a circle, you know, etc. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna really make a pretty in-depth AI system here. And I think once this is actually learned, you will actually be able to create all these different shortcuts and tweaks wisely to where you can still receive the same results, spending less development time. That's pretty much the whole goal here. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive on in, because this might be about 3 or 4 part video. Let's see. So we're gonna have level. We'll make that equal 1. Let's see, what else do we need? We need mind damage. For now, that will equal 0. It's an RPG. Let's go ahead and do extra damage too. That will be like critical hit, something like that. And next, we're gonna need to create dying. Dying equals false. When true, start dying animation. Let's see, what else do we need? We're gonna need the stuff for actually attacking, but first we're gonna need direction. So we're gonna do dir 1, and this is gonna be 1 equals right. Oops. 2 equals left. Just like that. That lets us know that. Let's go ahead and make the ATB. And right now we'll have that as 0. Use as attack timer. And then we're going to do something called attack action. And this is used for telling game the type of attack. So let's say the enemy might be doing normal attacks, then if this was 2, it might do a special attack, but this will be the amount of time it needs to wait before it does that attack. So 2 different things kind of going on here. Let's go ahead and make attack ID. We'll do something like that too, ID, and we'll have that 1. And this will be used, for example, let's say he has normal attack going, but he has 3 different normal attacks. Okay, so if attack action is 1 and this is 0 and attack action is 2, he's going to do a horizontal strike. If it's 1, he's going to do a vertical strike. If it's 3, he's going to do a punch, you know, something, etc. It's the attack ID. Let me see, what else do we need? We need the attack range. So attack range 1. I guess right now we can just have it 350. We're going to end up changing that anyways. This will be close range attack. And then we'll have attack range 2, which will be mid-range attack. And then we're going to make the escape range. We might as well put all the ranges together. Why not? So we'll do escape range X1, because we're making a dynamic one. Escape range Y1. Just to specify, this is left side. Oops. This is right side, or top side, my bad. Escape range X2. This one will be right side. Escape range Y2. This will be bottom side. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and space that real quick. Let's see. Alright, so now we need a few things. We're going to need a variable that lets the game know the player has been noticed. So player noticed equals false. When true, enemy starts battle actions. Let's see, what else do we need here? if we decide to make the enemy move towards the player and move from his location, and then when the player actually escape through the escape range, then we need a variable that kind of helps the enemy goes back to that location. So we'll just simply call that returning XY. Well, let's make it lowercase. XY. And that's going to be false. And we'll do when true, move to start. Just like that. Let's see, what else are we going to do here? Oh, we need the notice range. That's right. So let's come on back up here. And let's do notice range x1. That's pretty much the left side. Notice range y1. That's 250. Top side. Notice range x2. 250. That's right side. Notice range y2. That's bottom side. Okay, so I do believe we have at least enough to start programming our AI, our artificial intelligence setup. So what we're gonna do though, before we get started, is let's go to rooms real quick, open it up, and let's just place the enemy in here. Get object enemy, and let's just find a location. That will do. And I think I found out why that jump happened in the last video. Because when I centered everything, it brought the player into the wall right here. So when I created the dot, it automatically warped to a place where it wasn't stuck. So if I move that up, that shouldn't happen again. I didn't test it, but I think that's the reason why that happened. Nevertheless, let's get back to programming. Alright, so since we have the enemy in there, next thing is let's go ahead and open up the draw event, and we're going to pretty much make debugging information that will allow us to actually see what we're doing and if everything is working correctly. So this is going to be labeled as testing only. Once it's all done, we can simply just delete it. Okay, I'm going to move these variables real quick to another screen. What is it? Rectangle color. And we'll do this in X minus escape range. We're going to set up the escape range for testing. X1, this will do Y minus escape range Y1, X plus escape range x2, and then y plus escape range y2. Let's do C orange. And this is going to be false. One more thing, let's go ahead and create an alpha channel so then it doesn't get in the way of seeing everything on screen, but we can just tell exactly where the range is. So we'll do 0.2. Come down here, do draw set alpha, and we'll put it back in 1. Alright, so we have the escape range. Let's go ahead and create the notice range as well. Go ahead and copy that. Here, let's cut that real quick. Let's open up scripts. Copying only. And let's go ahead and paste this in there. Paste that in there, open up that magnifying glass. I actually like this magnifying glass because you can see you can actually just find a particular word and you can just simply change it just like that. Find all of orange. Oops. color orange, and let's change it to blue. And then let's change the notice range to the attack range. And what we're going to do is type EX. And we're just going to replace that with E. And then we're going to do EY and replace that with E. Yeah, that works. Let's change the blue ones from blue, and we can change it to red. So we have the escape range, notice range, attack range, and then we'll draw this to note if everything happens correctly. X 45, Y 20, and we'll draw the string that is called player notice. Okay. And let's see if we need to draw anything else on screen. We do. We need to draw the ATB on screen. We also need to draw the attack action and the attack ID. And I believe that is it for now. So let's go ahead and draw those two. Or those three. Copy that. That will be the ATB, attack action, attack ID. ATB. The attack action. Attack ID. $50, 80, and 102. Alright, so let's go ahead and start this. And what we should have is we should have all of our information on screen to where when we start programming everything, we will also be able to tell if everything is happening correctly.